Oh yes, fantastic. Welcome back to another Yonder Mountain Adventure, folks. And tonight we're in Wildcamping's equivalent of the Playboy Mansion. Well folks, we're back up in the heart of Glencoe again. The last time I was here, I was trying out that regatta tent. I don't know if you saw that video. I'll put a card in so you can flip back to that if you want to see it. And that night started off quite good, and then it ended up absolutely pissing down. It was so windy that it was folding that regatta tent in half. So I ended up bringing out the nature hike. But tonight, it looks quite changeable. But let's face it, it's such a beautiful place. I'm not bothered what it does. And we're in the palace. We're in the Playboy Mansion here tonight, the Nightcat 3-person. I thought I would give this one a try because we're in for rain tonight. We're in for a bit of wind, and I just wanted to test it out. But what an absolute belter this is. It's amazing when you go wild camping, people come over and start having a bit crackly, and this bloke came over. Hence why I'm talking about the Playboy Mansion. Because he came over, he was looking at it, he says, "Hey, I've never seen notice like this, absolutely fantastic." He says, "Hey, it's spacious, like." He says, "Who do you think you are? Hugh Hefner?" I says, "Well, I haven't got my dressing gown and my smoking slippers." Oh God, what a crease. Aye, but it didn't take long to get this up. I've got bags of room, it's red hot in here, and I've got the porch up as well, just in case it starts pissing down, which it could well do at any moment. I'll bring you in, come and have a look. Actually, I'll tell you what I'll do, I'll just show the outside of this thing first, just so you can get an idea. First thing, I'm not over keen on the massive cat logo. It does make it look like something off some kind of comic book, but it is standing pretty good there. I've got it nice and taut, all guyed out, as you can see. The wind is blowing from the back. I'll just go a little bit more widescreen. There's the other side. You can see it's pretty bow tight. There's the old HMS Northumberland in the background. And it's got a massive porch on it. Really good. There you go, there's the full 360. Right, let's have a look in, let's see what we're dealing with here. First, let's look at the size. I've got this on widescreen. Look at that, it's absolutely massive. And in keeping with the theme of the video, I've got a little bit of creature comforts. We're on the EV400 bag instead of the Leviathan. Look at the space in here, you can get up to all kinds of stuff in here. Unbelievable, supposedly a 3-person. Let's have a look at the food situation here as well for tonight. Incidentally, talk about rock and roll, I've brought my own freezer. 1 can of Innocent Gun. There's my new favourite thing, a new frying pan and my decathlon mug. Now I've got some choices for tonight. We've got some Newgate meatballs and rich gravy, £1.25. Tesco's chili con carne, £2.40. Or Marks and Spencer's vegetable tikka, £2.40 also. A fine array of rices to choose from. A good old-fashioned blue riband. Some coffees, pork scratchings, plenty of water. Way up, some prehistoric giggling juice. The trusty seat. And then we've got plenty of firewood. Logs. We've got a new gas canister. Look at that, £8.99, isn't that mental? There's another 4 tins, that's enough for tonight though, definitely not. Some water. I'll try and move back so you can see. the porch, just put on, just with a loop, with the trekking poles, and then guide out. Well, now that you've had the grand tour, you can see what we're dealing with here. I might as well crack open. Oh, that's nice and cold now as well. What a difference that makes. Cheers everyone, all the best. Oh, tremendous. So I've got 3 days off work, and I jumped in the HMS Northumberland. I managed to fill the tank for 60 quid. The petrol station at Coldstream, it's got diesel at £1.35, which is the cheapest I've seen in about 5 years. So I tanked it up and flew up here, 70 mile to the gallon in the good old HMS Northumberland. And I had a night in the car last night, the main road A85 coming up into Glencoe, which is the only road was blocked. It was closed for resurfacing. So I spent the night down at Loch Earn and slept in the car last night. I had a cracking night just out of the loch, had the fire going, and it was absolutely brilliant. Bats were flying around, no midge whatsoever. So that was last night. Today I went over to Mallaig, went over to Arisaig Beach. The plan was to camp there, but the Highland Council warden was there saying all the camping's been cancelled over there now, you can't do it because a bunch of dickheads have been leaving rubbish, defecating all over the place, even though they've spent thousands on putting some toilets in, and leaving litter all over the place. So the dickhead minority has spoilt it for the conscientious majority. It's always the case, isn't it? Hopefully that'll ease off by the summer, maybe. I don't know. If I was speaking to the warden and he was saying he's just trying to keep it under control. Anyway, that's Arisaig. If you haven't been, it's about as good as it gets, like looking out over the Isle of Skye. So I hightailed it back up here, and I thought, you know what, one of the best places to stop is Glen, Etive, isn't it? So that's where we are now. So it's going to be full relaxation. It's a luxury one tonight. Not cramping it, not lightweight. I don't need to. The car's just there. So the plan is, I'll make my mind up on what I'm going to eat. Have a guess. See what you reckon. Is it going to be the meatballs and gravy, the chili con carne, or the vegetable tikka? See what you think. Anyway, there'll be some nice tea. We'll get a big roaring fire on the go. And I'm just going to soak up this beautiful place. The mountains are fantastic. I'm going to try and get the drone up now because the wind has died off quite a bit now as well. So I'm going to try and get the drone up just so you can see a little bit more of the area. I'll catch up with you in a little while. Oh, fantastic. Oh, the temperature's dropping a bit. Wind's getting up a little bit as well. You might see from the porch. I've got the firebox going. This is kicking off some niceties, but as you can see, the wind's starting to blast. I'm gonna start thinking about making my choice about my tea. I've got a few different options there. I'm gonna have a cup of coffee first and see what I fancy. Cook it up on my favourite pan. What a cracking night. I've just been sat here just looking at the different colours changes. The sun's just gone down over the back of the tent there, and just, you know, a few people just mulling around, a few camper vans and motorhomes and stuff like that, and people just enjoying themselves. There was a family came over and they had the bairns down in the river. Class. What a perfect place to be. Alright, champion. Prescription nature. Right. Tea time. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's with a heavy heart that I give you this news, but unfortunately the 12-pound spork has been lost. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I've got to find it. It must be somewhere. But anyway, I'm using this £1, maybe even 70p normal fork. I mean, this is an absolute tragedy. Anyway, I'm gonna have a good look. The 12-pound spork will live on. There's some stags running across here. They've been across the river and they're just behind the camera there. Unbelievable, what a place. Anyway, on a more important note, I've made my mind up. It's the vegetable tikka for tea tonight with the pilau rice, and that is because it even says on the bottom, an aromatic creamy coconut vegetable curry, enjoy with pilau rice. So that's what we're doing. It's been a class night. I've just been sitting here, a little bit of music on, listening to the river, having a little bit of crack with some people who have just been wandering around, watching the stags roaming around. Absolutely unbelievable. So I'm gonna knock this up now. Basically, that's the game plan for this evening. The fire's dead. You can see there's not much wind on the go here, and I'm going to use my fantastic new favourite thing, which is this frying pan. We'll get this curry. I hope it's a mild one. It looks like it could be mild. This is the Marks and Spencer's one, this. Oh yes. Oh, big chunks of potato in there and veg. That looks to be pretty good. Yep, that looks pretty decent to me. That looks pretty decent. Right, that's going on the heat. Boil the rice up. We'll have my tea. It's coming up about 9:30 now. So I think I'm going to have this tea, and then I'm just going to get it at the Playboy mansion, and that'll be me for tonight, I think. Basically, this frying pan is the best thing ever. That curry smells unbelievable, by the way. Just saying. Right, folks, don't worry, I'm not going to put you through it. You need to watch us eat me tea again. Right, I'm gonna bid you good night, and God bless to all of yous. I hope you're having a good night, and I shall see you guys in the morning. Hopefully it's a nice sunrise, because this is a perfect place for a good sunrise. And tomorrow night we've got a big adventure, actually, because tomorrow I'm going to that's really nice, actually. I'm going to head up to Glencoe. Opposite Etive Moor, there's a mountain called Ben Crulista, and I'm going to climb that, and I'm going to pitch the Nightcat one-person ultralight tent up on the top, and it boasts the best views in Glencoe. So stick with us, folks. That's tomorrow night's adventure, and that'll be another video coming up pretty soon. Right, folks, good night, God bless. We'll see you in the morning. Fantastic. Well, good morning folks, welcome to another day in Glen Etive. Oh dear God, it's 9:30. That's the best night I've ever had. That's the best night's sleep I've ever had. Unbelievable. I went to bed about, I don't know, about 11:15, something like that. And I was just so comfortable and warm, I just fell asleep immediately. I woke up at 6:05 to go for a wee. And went immediately back to bed and immediately back to sleep, and I've just woke up now. Absolutely incredible. It's there's a nice little breeze keeping the midge off. As the breeze died off last night, the midge were starting to creep in a little bit, which could be a killer for tonight. But hopefully there's going to be a bit of breeze. It's very atmospheric. The mountains are all shrouded in cloud. It's absolutely beautiful. What a way to start the day. And just, I think part of the reason I had such a good sleep was just the overall conditions. Obviously I was, you know, it's fantastic being in a place like this, but also the sound of the river, and I was nice and warm and comfortable. Unbelievable. It's coffee time, definitely coffee time, and get tidied away, get the car loaded up. It's just there, so nice and easy. For talk about just an easy going morning. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a mooch up to Ballahoolish. And get some supplies in ready for tonight, and then hopefully, all being well, I'll see you on the next adventure up on the top of Ben Cralista. Weather is changeable, I'll have to see how that is, but either way there's definitely another camp somewhere tonight anyway. So I'm gonna sign off here folks. I hope you've enjoyed the video. In actual fact, you know, I wasn't even gonna bother videoing this one. It wasn't until that old bloke came over and started talking about calling this the Playboy mansion. I thought, you know what, we should make quite a decent video. I'm in a beautiful place anyway, and you can see the tent out in windy conditions as well. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I'm going to sign off, like I said. So you know the drill. Forget about the news. Forget about TV. Forget about radio. Forget about Facebook. All the doom and gloom. Get out into beautiful places like this and soak up some prescription nature. Right, bye for now, guys. I'll catch you on the next one.